Featuring on today's episode, enemy artillery. I forgot all about that. Some of my men are going to get obliterated. That's not particularly nice, but this stream of bombers is real flipping heck. They might be wanting to. They're not liking the gas too much, and now the aircraft are going to gun them all down. Nice. Stormtroopers are now also on the way. Our guys are getting there. More artillery is coming down. They're going to butcher a few of our chaps. What it is, what it is. Oh, the men are gone. They are just gone. Stormtroopers, once they get there, should be able to just slap them in the face harder than what you can believe. Enemy machine guns are now tearing us to pieces. But by the time they've gunned down too many of our chaps, we should be in. Yes, you must love gaming because you are watching this video, so why not save yourself some money and get on Instant Gaming? They have everything you could possibly want, the new stuff, the pre-order stuff and the classics. Honestly, you're missing out if you don't get on here. There's a link down below in the description. You can thank me later. Valued viewers, welcome back. Last episode we slapped Paris thoroughly across the face. Now we're gonna go and do the same, but our men, why not, eh? Let's get straight in there and murder somebody. Quite a peaceful place for the time being. This map would seem to be a rather wide one, which is going to prove interesting when placing artillery down and various other bits. It might change the dynamics of the battle because it is so wide. We'll have to see. The enemy might spread themselves out a little bit more, but then again they might not. We'll find out soon enough. Right, this is what I've done. I've got a force on the right flank consisting of Bavarian troops to get rid of the barbed wire, some elite troops and lots of stormtroopers. I'm going to experiment with these a little bit again. They are rather good at taking out emplacements, so we'll have to tickle that. Little bit of barbed wire here and there. The forward, well, center piece is a little bit different. I've got the usual artillery, however, no light artillery this time. It just simply doesn't quite reach enough to the point where I'm going to use it. So I'm not going to bother, we're just going to go for the heavy infantry. Lots of supply depots there, feeding them all, keeping the costs of using said artillery down. I've placed quite a few machine guns out on this one. I'm only going to have the one infantry sat here because we're not going to be attacking from this direction. Then I don't really want to be using up population, which could be pushed forward onto the enemy positions. Now I've also gone for a little bit of barbed wire ahead of this, and I've got 3 balloons. Now the range of them is a little bit difficult at best, so I've optimized for 3 just to try and make sure I get as much coverage as possible. Central defense, if it ever came to that, around the command trench, and to the left side we have lots of troops ready to go. Again, Bavarian troops ready to break down any trenches, the elite troops to follow up with rifle fire, and lots of stormtroopers and the odd snippet of barbed wire. Now that is what we're going to be working with today. I do have the option to go for a undermine explosive, but until I know the layout of the enemy's defenses, I'm not going to bother. You'll have to wait for that for another episode, I'm afraid. I do gratefully apologise. But first of all, we're going to have a pre-battle bombardment of about 8 days. Let's see what kind of a mess we can make. Here we go. Lots of things have been destroyed. If you have a look at the top, destroyed, destroyed, destroyed. Mortar positions. This is a lot of siege artillery. Flipping heck. Comms trenches, mortar positions, normal trenches. That's a lot of trenches ripped to pieces. That is a lot of siege artillery. And here we go. Okay, they have things. Somehow that MG nest survived. So they do have a good amount of them this time. Lots of regular French infantry. A lot of this seems half empty. There's a good number of depth in their defense this time. Broken up trenches makes it more difficult to attack. The enemy are coming in. They're just going to get slapped in the face. Over here, machine guns are dealing with it. Have I put comms trenches there? Flipping heck. That was supposed to be barbed wire. Well, never mind. The machine guns have dealt with them, and they've dealt with them over here as well. Just these ones to go. They're going to get slapped in the face by the rifles. Excellent. Right, where do we go from here? So, when I attack, if I take this position first, they can reinforce from up here and down here. Which means if they go on the counter-attack, they're gonna push through this way, which we would have a good degree of fire to slap them down again with. And they must have been low on supply because the barbed wire is not complete. So next time we attack, there's going to be quite a bit more. And the only other thing as well is that we cannot actually see beyond this point unless we get the scout planes in, which is a little bit annoying. But it does look like a good chunk of them are here. There's at least 10. There's 11. Artillery. 12, probably 3 heavy, that brings it to 15, so there's still half an army somewhere. So they are hiding behind the mess. I may have gone mad, but it is definitely going to be lovely to watch. I'm going to gas the entire area where they are positioning troops in. Then, at the same time, harassment planes, bombers with machine guns to gun anybody down that is actually running around in the gas half breathless. And on top of that, the emplacements which are here are also going to get bombed. So you're going to have high explosives, lead flying everywhere, and toxic gas so you can't breathe. That is a very hospitable area to be in the next minute. Hello, valued viewer. Sorry for the interruption, but if you could just spend that 2 seconds to click that like button somewhere down at the bottom, that will go a long way to helping me out. Thank you. All while that's happening, I'm going to send these 6 lots of companies forward into this first trench here. Now, I could get the stormtroopers in as well. In fact, yes, I'm going to do that as well. I will send this Bavarian troop over there just so that they can cut down the barbed wire and then send in the remaining stormtroopers along this side. Now, I'm hoping the enemy are going to be all frantic and hopefully dead, murdered, and we can occupy this easily. And because we'll be on the side of them, the stormtroopers should be able to just run along and burn anybody that is still somehow surviving. Here we go. They do have reinforcements coming in, but the gas has been planted. The troops are now all leaving the trenches. Perfect. The planes are coming in. Oh, flipping heck. There might be 1 or 2. I may have overdone it. Ah! Enemy artillery, I forgot all about that. Some of my men are going to get obliterated. That's not particularly nice, but this stream of bombers is real flipping heck. They might be 1 or 2. They're not liking the gas too much, and now the aircraft are going to gun them all down. Nice. Stormtroopers are now also on the way. Our guys are getting there. More artillery is coming down. They're going to butcher a few of our chaps. What it is, what it is. Oh, the men are gone. They are just gone. Stormtroopers, once they get there, should be able to just slap them in the face harder than what you can believe. Enemy machine guns are now tearing us to pieces. But by the time they've gone down too many of our chaps, we should be in. Yes, we are in. That has worked wonderfully. A few more casualties than the usual. Oh, flipping out, they're about to die. They have just been eradicated. That is not ideal. Now we do have these stormtroopers which I'm going to push down this side. And they do still have access to a lot of this. The bombers are now doing things that I don't want them to do. Great. I don't know what the enemy are going to do now. They should start shooting at them. Why aren't they shooting at the enemy? What? Oh, fine. Now they turn around and start shooting the enemy. What? What was that delay? Well, anyway, it is what it is. Need to shove some of these troops around. The main problem I've got now is the enemy artillery, which is not ideal. And that is going to be floating around over here somewhere. I could do a scout plane and just have a quick gander and see what else is actually down there. If I can take it out, that'd be great. We've captured this region though. That is a good plus. And they shouldn't have troops in here, which should mean I can burn out the remaining positions and thoroughly secure this area. Here we go. What do they have? Artillery is back there. They've got emplacements. They've got troops. Nice. I'm going to have a go at taking out this entire region with siege artillery. It's coming. Heavy field artillery destroyed. Nice, that is done. And this is wonderful. What is blowing up now? Flipping out. They're murdering my men again. Send those Bavarian troops home. So that artillery is now gone. We now have this to deal with. My own artillery is definitely going to be needed. I'm going to go for the wall of high explosives option. All 9 batteries of artillery are firing down on this now. That is not very pretty. Many of them are being obliterated, and the ones I do get there are being burnt. Oh, but the enemy artillery is actually firing and getting in. That's not good. There's plenty more people over here. This is kind of working, but not quite as well as what I would have liked. I'll send in a couple of reinforcements though. I'll send them home. Burn them, lads, burn them. They are doing, but not quite enough. Somehow these are still... Oh, there's a mortar. There's a mortar over here somewhere shooting, stopping these from firing. That is not great. Now they've got troops in there. We need to take care of that. Once they are in though, what I am going to do is tell them to come out of that trench and just run along it and burn them. Oh, heavy artillery coming down. They're probably going to die. I think we need to cake the area in some bombage. I can hear the mortar popping. If I could take care of most of these emplacements, that would be ideal. Let's try and go for a blanket bombing and see what happens here. Now, those stormtroopers perished. That's not ideal. Those troops are now also getting a little bit knackered. Come on, bombers, do your job. I'll send a little bit of arty on it. Everybody that's there, that won't do them any favours. That should clear them out enough to the point where we can just run troops back in there. But there are several troops floating around still. It would seem their counter-attack has ended. Interesting, we found the other set of bombers as well. Not bombers, artillery. I'm going to use the remaining artillery, all 6 batteries on that, see if that can help clear them at least a little bit. Allied mortar precision destroyed. That is good. That is what we need right now. I'm going to have to start sweeping my way down here and see if I can get there. There's still plenty of mortar positions though, hiding in amongst. Oh, an MG nest has been destroyed. Nice. Enemy artillery still causing me issues. That's not fantastic. Bear in mind, all of this, we still have plenty of troops down here to have a go up here at. This could be the next direction where we travel. Probably best if we wait for the artillery though. I'm going to move them forward so they're in a better position. Hoping most of their artillery should be gone by this point. If not, a few people are going to be dismembered. Going to get the artillery to clear this front line of trenches while the enemy move forward. Well, our troops move forward. A bit of a scouting mission around here would be ideal. The enemy still have artillery. Not as much, but it is still a threat. But because they are firing, it means they're not going to be shooting these guys. And all of that has just been cleared. Now the ideal situation now would be if this is suppressed enough that our troops can just run in. The men are now moving in. Artillery is firing down at those rear positions. And a scout plane has revealed many men. Time to do a bit of gassing then. Oh wow, there's loads. Well, I'm gonna gas it all then. Our troops down here, we have mortars shooting our men. Well, that's not ideal. Hopefully we can get in there and deal with them. Maybe if I can't even shoot it because the artillery is not quite in range. Harassment planes might be the answer here. We are going to shoot a few of them, which is not bad, but because of the mortars, they're going to stop our men from shooting more often than not. Really, I need to get in there now. Stormtroopers are going to move along the side and the flank of the enemy position. The elite troops are going to replace these troops which are about to fall. And we have some more bombers inbound, which, well, not bombers. The, what are they called? I can't remember. Oh no, they're going to get murdered. There must be another one. I need to bombard this or something. The artillery just cannot reach. We are burning a little bit of it. That trench is done for. Destroy that trench. Not trench, emplacement. There you go. Get over there. Get over there. That's it. That is now done. We can get them in here. Harassment planes are actually working now, which is wonderful. But that mortar is causing me so many issues and I cannot shoot it for the life of me. Well, they're all gonna die. That is not great. They've got in though. Oh, we're in there. Oh, nice. Oh, we can push forward maybe a smidge. A lot of these trenches have been destroyed. That's half the battle there. Push them along and see if they can take that out. If they can, that'll be fantastic. Oh, they are. They're squirting it. Nice, it's gone. There we go. Mission accomplished. The enemy must have one artillery available, and that is it. Well, we've got troops now over here and here. I'm now thinking about the final sandwich. The enemy troops that I can see, we're going to send some high explosives on their heads immediately. And we're going to have a look at where and who we should position in these areas for a final assault. While the remaining troops get into position, we can send 2 scout planes in and have a look at what remains. Troops on both sides are ready for the royal sandwich. Anything that needs murdering? Yes, there's a little bit. but not as much as what I thought. Nice, well we have our artillery targets then. Units are now moving in from the right flank. Excellent. Artillery has come in. Hopefully they will polish off anybody who remains, making this a easy transfer of control. Most of these trenches down here have been pretty much shafted, so it's going to be a little difficult to get in here, but we're not too bad. We're fighting now in this region. A little bit of kerfuffling going on, but we should be okay. Troops have now been given new orders again. That's the only artillery piece they have left. We're going to go straight for their command trench. Enemy troops are still in and amongst them. We're currently getting caught up in each other, so people are about to die. Troops on this side are now also running in to take control of various other areas. Troops have just appeared out of nowhere and they are fighting, and we have some which are stabbing the snow. I don't know. I don't ask those questions. That's not my job. But we have people in here taking the command trench. They are about to surrender, which is ideal. There is now nothing that the enemy can do. Just in case they decide that they're going to defeat my elite infantrymen there, we'll have some people ready to burn them, and we have more people here as well. I should have known that there was a couple of extras hiding in and amongst the enemy's command bunker. We have just conquered their last few bits. Nice. What is that? I don't know. We've just about completed that assault. Fantastic. Now we're taking the command trench and everybody is dead, and the Germans have finally realised that there is nobody else to give orders to. That is fantastic. Another 9,000 men murdered. We lost nearly, well, call it 2,000. Not bad. The enemy machine guns were a little bit more deadly in this one. I'm not too sure why. The mortars were a little bit nasty. Stopped a few of our chaps from shooting the enemy as they were approaching. But in general, that was right lovely. I want to hear it in the comments, everybody. Right lovely in the comments. Do it. Nice. Excellent. So that is the attack on our main done. We'll need to do that 2 more times. And we still need to slap Paris a further 4 times. Now the Allies have tanks and aircraft right next to it. Are they going to move their troops over to Paris, especially as it begins to crumble that little bit more? Possibly. Now they've not got too many on the bits here, but if they were to reduce it and then they've got all those ones that are extra and shove them in Paris, that will make my day a lot harder. See, they've got a lot in Absville. We'll go for Absville. Somebody had nice abs that lived there one day. Because they keep wanting to take the Bouzier, but that's not going to happen. They couldn't do it when they had 9 corps there, never mind 5. But then again, there wasn't really... Oh yeah, there was tanks as well, wasn't there? Yeah, there was. But anyway, no. Let's see what the enemy do. We'll have to find out in the next episode. Will they attack? Will they regroup and make my day an absolute pain? You'll have to see. I'll see you then. Ta-ra. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. Hopefully, if you have, if you can like the video too, that helps as well. A special thank you to all of the members of the channel who get lovely benefits of up to 2 weeks worth of additional content early. Isn't that right lovely? Now the next video, if it's available, will be on the screen right now to the bottom left, and the full playlist to the bottom right. Have a good one.